The tribulation and rapture have been the subject of intense debate within the religious community. Three main perspectives emerge from this dialogue. The pre-tribulational perspective, which holds that the rapture will take place before the tribulation. The mesotribulationist, who defends the rapture in the middle of the tribulation. And the post-tribulationist, which postulates that the rapture will occur at the end of the tribulation. The underlying purpose of the tribulation is understood from the prophecy of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 27, where the 70th week yet to come is discussed. This prophecy, found in the book of Daniel, verses 20 through 27, focuses on the nation of Israel during a period of intense attention focused on that people. The 70th week, representing the tribulation, symbolizes the time when God has a special relationship with Israel, even though there is no explicit mention of the church in this context. This, in turn, raises questions about the presence of the church during this period. The central narrative about the rapture is found in 1 Thessalonians 4:13, 18. These verses describe believers, living and dead, meeting the Lord Jesus in the highest to abide with him eternally. This event is interpreted as God removing his people from the earth. Shortly thereafter, in verse 9 of chapter 5, Paul reinforces that God has not destined believers for wrath, but for salvation through Jesus Christ. The book of Revelation, which has the tribulation as its central focus, offers a prophetic view of the manifestations of divine wrath on earth during this period. This seemingly contradictory description raises the question of why God would promise to deliver his followers from wrath just to keep them on earth during the tribulation. One recent prophetic dreams mentioned signal significant events possibly occurring in 2023. This realization has accelerated the sense of urgency among some people, and a follower entered and contacted and sent us this dream.
Well, my dream starts like this. I was at the bus stop waiting, and there was an almost palpable anxiety in the air. Every second felt like an eternity as I waited. I wondered, where was the man in charge of driving the vehicle? Where was the bus we were waiting for? Agony engulfed me. My thoughts jumbled together and uncertainty plagued me, until suddenly, like a ray of hope amidst the darkness, the bus appeared. It gave me momentary relief. I was already with my heart racing, my breath almost suspended when I was about to climb, when a woman advanced in front of me, as if she claimed her right in that race. Momentary frustration mixed with renewed determination. After all, it was my turn. However, as I approached the bus, I noticed something strange. A man seemed taller than usual, as if he had grown to impossible dimensions. And a simple action of going up became a battle. A fight against unseen forces that conspired against me. It was very agonizing. The people around me, sympathetic human beings, extended their hands to help me, understanding the difficulty I faced. As I tried to gain control of my shaky legs and climb aboard, I could hear the distressing words of a man behind me. His words echoed in my mind like distant thunder. Boy, that's a lot of dead people. I'm killing a lot. A shiver ran down my spine, and my mind wrestled with the meaning of those dark words. Curiosity and horror drove me to look around. What my eyes found will be etched in my memory for all eternity. A dark and tragic sea of lifeless bodies lay before my eyes. It was a macabre, surreal battlefield where disconnected limbs mingled with pools of liquid that wasn't water, but the disturbing amalgamation of blood and flesh. It was a hellish sight, something that seemed to belong in the nightmares we tried to escape. Tears of fear and impotence mingled with the emotions that had already surfaced. Who were these people? What tragedy had happened? Death had left its indelible mark, transforming that space into a somber monument of pain and suffering. Bewilderment took hold of me, and words seemed to flee before the magnitude of the vision. This dream, this deep nightmare, burns in my mind with an uncomfortable realism. It's been 5 months since then, and the weight of that dark glimmer still lingers. It is now August, the 6th of March, 2023. I had this harrowing experience in August, a raw and brutal reminder that as Christians and believers, we are in the midst of a spiritual battle. The persecution we face is more than just adversity. It is a threat to our existence. We must take refuge in God, hide ourselves under His wings of protection. The vision of death I saw in that dream was not just an imaginary account, but an urgent call to action and reflection. The future looms over us, laden with unknown and challenging events. 2023 is approaching, and my intuition tells me that it will bring with it a heavy burden of sadness and tribulation. The final invitation rings out loud and clear. Let us look to Jesus. Let us seek His guidance and refuge, for the path ahead of us seems winding and difficult. Awakening is imminent, and the journey we will face is of transcendental importance. This call to seek refuge in God resounds like an unceasing bell in my heart. The sight of that death camp, that ocean of human suffering, remains a vivid reminder of our frailty, our need for a greater guide, a higher power to protect us from the evil forces that lurk. As we move towards 2023, the sense of an impending storm looms on the horizon. The call to faith, to spiritual connection, is a cry that echoes not only for those who have already grasped it, but also for those who may be on the cusp of exploring their own spirituality. The pursuit of Jesus is more than just religion. It is a safe harbor, a beacon in the midst of darkness. Sadness and pain may be lurking, but faith gives us the ability to find hope even in the darkest of circumstances. This dream, this vision, this awakening calls us to action. We cannot ignore what our hearts and minds have witnessed. We must share these words, this call, with those around us. The message of spiritual preparation, of seeking the truth, of finding security in the divine presence is to be spread as a light in the midst of darkness. As we cross the threshold into the unknown future, let's remember the harrowing words of that dream. May they serve as a wake-up call, a reminder that we are vulnerable, but also that we have a source of strength and protection beyond human comprehension. What 2023 will bring remains uncertain, but our commitment to faith and the pursuit of true inner peace must be unwavering. May we face the challenges that lie ahead with the same determination that we faced the impossible height of the bus in that dream. May we come together as a community of belief, finding comfort and guidance in the Scriptures. May we reach out to each other just as the people in the dream helped me get on board, so that together we can overcome the adversities that may arise. And most of all, may we find refuge in God's presence, seeking His guidance, His strength, and His peace as we navigate the troubled waters of the future. The awakening has been given, the message has been conveyed. Now it is our duty to respond with faith, hope, and love.
If you liked it, leave your like and subscribe, and if you have a prophetic dream and want to share it with us, leave it in the comments section. Stay with God.